Hello, everyone. Beyond the Internet is a series that tries to get a glimpse into the life of your day to day internet user. We ask people from various communities on the web if they have a story, experience, or event from their life that they would like to share with us. If you find the stories entertaining, feel free to leave a like, comment, or maybe even subscribe for future stories to come. Thank you.
This it's not a very long story, but I'd have to say the sketchiest drug deal that I ever was a part of after I moved out of my parents' house, when I was 19 in my first apartment. The one of my friends who was my roommate had his best friend come over all the fucking time, and the dude was a dick. Like, hated his guts. He's such an asshole. And they would serve together because that was his my other roommate. He didn't have a job. All that he did was sell weed. There was one day that I rode with his friend to go serve this guy in that they would drop off to, and maybe an hour. No, it's not even an hour. It's like 45 minutes from where we stayed at. God! We went and they over this guy all the time because
What do you mean by come over?
they short him because they weigh it out before they go, and the dude lives with his grandma or something, so he never actually has them come inside. He just leaves the money in the mailbox, and then they put the weed in the mailbox. And I remember whenever we went, I knew that he shorted him 3 G's. It's ridiculous. And then I remember
How did he not notice that?
Because he doesn't have a scale. The dude's just an idiot. I think that's the only person that he's ever bought from.
Seems like you would notice 3 grams missing.
I don't know. I just know these guys are dicks. I remember there was one time that my roommate went out of town. He went to North Carolina for a week or two, and he was still serving. His friend was still serving all of his regulars, and he left his wallet at the apartment so his friend could re-up and like that and keep going. Dumbass mistake, because his friend was just him over the entire time, and in turn causing him to us over because he thought that it would make him getting fucked over less. I hate all of you. There was one time while my roommate was gone, the dude went, took the money, and just never brought any weed. Just took the money and left.
What the
Terrible people.
How long were you living with this guy?
I lived with him from January for about a year. Yeah. Just about a year. Or maybe just shy of a year. Terrible.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Ironically, whenever I was selling weed for a little bit, he came down and I sold him weed. And that was it. I didn't him over. There was no point in continuing the cycle.
Yeah.
I just sold him some weed. He's still friends with some people who were my roommates at the time. So it was just fuck it, sure. I'll make $60 real quick.
What do you think he's doing now? Or do you know?
I know that after he moved out of the apartment, he moved to North Carolina. He was married to this girl in the military, and he lived there for about a year, and then he got divorced. That's whenever he came back down, and I sold him some weed. But now he's honestly just back to the same old shit. He's one of my old friends from high school is kind of bad off. All that he does is like do coke and try to sell coke. He thinks that he can make that a career.
He
And
definitely
it's
can make
like
it a career if he's doing it and selling it.
he's a little white boy. He's not he's not gonna be able to make it a career.
Yeah.
There are motherfuckers who like die for that shit. Like,
Yeah, tell him to watch Snowfall.
bet no, I don't really talk to him anymore. That's it. We literally had like an entire argument in his car about how like that's not a valid career option, and like it literally is gonna end with him dying or in prison. Like, there's like, if you're trying to get that serious and make that much money off of it, there is no getting out of it, and you're either gonna die or end up in jail.
Yeah, and then you start associating with crooked ass people. It's just it's
Exactly.
definitely not worth the risk.
And that's what like I was trying to tell him, and we like had a legitimate argument in his car about that shit, and it was so annoying because I was just like, what are you gonna do if you get pulled over? And he was like, well, I'll just eat the bag and then go to like a gas station and throw it up afterwards. And it's like, you really want to that doesn't sound fun, man. It's
Sounds
like,
like
I mean,
way too much of a risk.
yeah, like that's not, man.
Wait, so you said you were selling weed for a while or for a few months?
Yeah, I sold a little bit. I really mostly sold to my roommates because those were the main people.
Mhm.
One of them put me on to a lesbian couple that one of them was in the military, but they both smoked, and they would message me about like once a week looking to get some greenery, but I wasn't. I was buying fucking halves at the time. Honestly, now I buy more to smoke by myself than I bought to sell back then.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a fun game, guys. This is bullshit. Anyway, here's my full legal name and my social security number, and that was my drug-related story.
Thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Internet. Be sure to check out our other videos on the Dip Official channel and tune in next week. Also, if you like our content, subscribe so you can see when we upload new videos every week. This has been Dalton from Dip Official, and thank you to our wonderful editor, Noah. Have a wonderful day.